morning, dear students. I am Ms. Navida Sheikh from Brahan Mumbai Mahanagar Palika MCGM virtual class. I welcome all my dear students to another and interesting session. In today's session, we'll be learning something new and interesting from a science textbook. So let's get started.
Good morning, dear students. I am Mrs. Navida Sheikh from MCGM Virtual Class. I welcome all my dear students to another and interesting session. In today's class, we'll be learning a very interesting chapter from your science textbook. Now, this chapter we have already started and we have uploaded a video on this. And if you haven't seen that video, please do go and watch that video in order to have a better understanding about the part 2. We have discussed about what is the meaning of cell, who discovered it, what is the structures, what are the structures which are present inside the cell organelles. We have learned about all that in our previous part. So please go and watch that video. And today we will continue with the next remaining part of the chapter. So let's get started. Another example of the useful microorganisms is this example, that is a curd, making curd. If you take a few drops of yogurt or buttermilk and mix it with lukewarm water, first of all you need to warm the milk, okay, and when you warm the milk it should not be boiling hot, it should not be very cold, it should be warm, okay, so that you can put your finger into the milk and your finger should not burn. Once it is that hot, you need to add little amount of curd or yogurt to it and keep it at a temperature, at that particular temperature, for 8 to 10 hours. Okay, you keep it outside overnight, and the microbes which are present in the curd, now they will quickly multiply and the milk will also get converted into yogurt. See how functional and how important these microorganisms are and how efficiently they are working so that you can get yogurt. ठीक है, इतना थोड़ा सा ही हम लोग योगर्ट डालते हैं इतने सारे दूध के अंदर, and that entire milk gets converted into yogurt within 8 to 10 hours. The microbes are thus useful for producing milk products like butter, buttermilk, cheese, paneer, etc. ठीक है. Now in your coming years also you have a chapter which will help you to understand how this buttermilk or how the cheese, paneer, curd is made, okay, with the help of microorganisms. So microorganisms are not always harmful, they are useful also. We are making use of them every now and then. Let's see one more example of that. Another example is yeast. Yeast is an example of microorganism. It is a fungus. It is used to make bread. There are air spaces in the bread. The air spaces are caused by carbon dioxide gas given out when the yeast acts on the dough. This shows that the microorganisms breathe as well. ठीक है? So yeast is a very simple example that we use in our day to day life. ब्रेड खाते हैं, केक खाते हैं, तो उसके अंदर क्या यूज हो रहा है? यीस्ट यूज हो रहा है, जो कि एक माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म है, which is making our bread soft, right? That is fermentation. Fermentation is a very simple example I'll give you is we make idli dosas in our house, right? Now that idli dosa का जो बैटर है वो कैसे बनता है? Because of fermentation. So let's have a look at this. What is fermentation? The process, the chemical process of conversion of one type of carbon compound into another type of carbon compound by the action of microorganism is called fermentation. Heat is generated in this process and carbon dioxide and some other gases are released. These gases cause an increase in volume, मतलब उठता है ना, rise होता है. Example, bread dough and idli batter. If you have seen your mother making idli batter, what will you see is रात में जब हम लोग को बैटर बनता है उसे रखते हैं और सुबह में जब देखेंगे तो वो डबल हो जाता है, वो साइज का जितना था वो वॉल्यूम उससे डबल हो जाता है. The process of fermentation is used for making yogurt from milk, producing alcohol from grains and fruits, making bread from flour, as well as in the production of acetic acid, citric acid, lactic acid, vitamins, antibiotics, etc. So, here are a few examples of microbes like Aspergillus, which helps in making converting lactic acid into soya sauce, and you're getting soya sauce from that. Lactobacilli, that is acting on lactic acid, which gives you cheese, yogurt. Saccharomyces, which are helpful in the preparation of beer and wine, which you're getting from fruits and which you're getting from grains. ठीक है, food grains. And from flour, bread के अंदर भी use होते हैं ये microorganisms in order to make bread that we eat. Let's talk about antibiotics. Antibiotics are a common term that we use nowadays when you fall sick. ठीक है, पहले के दिनों में जब बीमार पड़ते थे तो काढ़ा बनाया जाता था और there were various things which were given to us like homemade remedies were done. But nowadays whenever you fall sick you go to the doctor and the doctors give you medicine. Medicines के अंदर क्या होता है, antibiotics होती है. ठीक है, medicines are nothing but there are certain types of antibiotics which are used in order to treat you. Sometimes when you are ill the doctor prescribes capsules or injections or medicines like penicillin. These type of medicines destroy the pathogens and retard their growth. They are called antibiotics. Antibiotics are produced with the help of specific microbes. Okay, not all microorganisms can produce antibiotics. There are specific types. Diseases like tuberculosis, typhoid, cholera, etc., which are previously considered incurable, पहले लोग इससे मर जाते थे, now have come under control because of antibiotics. Tuberculosis एक ऐसी disease है, TB जिसको बोलते हैं, वो आज भी बहुत लोगों को होती है, but not that much because of the vaccines that are given to us and because of the antibiotics which are there. जिनको tuberculosis होता है या typhoid होता है, cholera होता है, तो ऐसी medicines है जिससे fight करने में मदद होती है. ठीक है, the antibiotics tend to kill those organisms which are present causing disease in your body. We have seen that some microorganisms present in the soil and those in the root nodules of leguminous plants convert atmospheric nitrogen into its compound. These nitrogenous compounds help to increase soil fertility and thereby the protein content of the pulses grown in that soil. Now these are root nodules. Okay, leguminous plants like peas, मटर का जो झाड़ होता है ना mostly, उसके अंदर के जो roots होते हैं तो there you find these type of root nodules. These root nodules have microorganisms in them, bacteria, which are capable of converting the atmospheric nitrogen into nitrites and nitrates. Plants do not have the ability to absorb the atmospheric nitrogen directly. एटमॉस्फेयर में नाइट्रोजन प्रेजेंट है, प्लांट्स को ज़रूरत है, बट उन लोग डायरेक्टली अब्जॉर्ब नहीं कर सकते, दे आर नॉट दैट एफिशिएंट. So these microbes which are there, microorganisms which are there in the roots, they are helping to absorb the nitrogen from the atmosphere and they convert it into simpler forms so that the plants can absorb it. ठीक है, तो इसी तरीके से ये बैक्टीरियाज हेल्प कर रहे हैं प्लांट की ग्रोथ के लिए भी. Domestic animals too can be protected from various diseases by mixing antibiotics with their food. Plant diseases can also be controlled with the help of antibiotics. तो ये plants के अंदर भी incorporate कर देते हैं ताकि अगर कोई animal उनसे खाने की कोशिश करता है तो वो मर जाते हैं. ठीक है, so they do not destroy the plant. Same way even the animals are being treated with antibiotics in order to protect them from various diseases. Microbes are present in soil, cow dung, etc. They decompose the garbage to obtain food material also. As a result, the garbage is soon converted into manure of the best quality and our surroundings are kept clean. As in the case of garbage, for proper sewage disposal too, microbes are released into the sewage so as to help in the quick decomposition of the organic compounds in it. So what exactly is happening is microorganism जैसे हमने कहा था कि it is present everywhere. Now if you see the cow dung and if you see the soil, if there is a cow dung on this done by the animals or any cattle, they also have microorganisms and they tend to decompose it. Okay, the microorganisms are decomposing it, which makes it a fertilizer, okay, or manure for the plants, which could be used in order to have a good growth of that particular plant. ठीक है, तो इस तरीके से माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स हेल्प भी करते हैं हमारे एनवायरनमेंट को क्लीन रखने में. Okay, so as in the case of garbage, proper sewage or disposal of microorganisms are also released in the sewage so that they can eat up all the harmful things from the sewage, and then it could decompose of the organic compounds in it as well. Though antibiotics are useful for curing certain diseases, they can be harmful if used without consulting a physician. Hence, a course of antibiotics should be completed strictly following the doctor's prescription only. In fact, we should not take any medicines on our own to treat ailments like body aches, headaches, common cold, etc. ठीक है, तो अगर कोई भी तरीके की बीमारी लगती है हम लोगों को, if you just feel like having a crocin, so you should not do that because you are not a doctor, you do not know why you have got a fever. ठीक है, फीवर आना भी अच्छा है, I'll be talking that later ahead in this chapter. So if you feel like you should not do that, you should always consult a doctor before taking any type of medicine, because medicines, if they are unprescribed, if they're not prescribed by a doctor, and if you take it, it could be harmful to your body. A vaccine is produced in a laboratory with the help of microbes that gives immunity against a particular disease. If we have vaccinated against any disease, our immunity, that is resistance to that disease, increases, so that the possibility of contracting that disease is greatly reduced. You must have seen about polio drops. Nowadays, many less cases occur of polio in our country. Why? Because of this vaccine that had been created. Now, polio drops are given means those are nothing but microbes which are given to your body, so that if at all this microbe enters your body is immune. Your body knows how to fight with this or with this microbe. Okay? Nowadays we have vaccine for COVID-19 as well available, which helps in if a person is vaccinated with this COVID-19 vaccine, there are chances that if that person might not be affected with COVID-19 again. Microbes are also used in processes like tanning of skin, production of ropes, and strings from agave. Some microbes use oil for their growth. ठीक है? Suppose if microorganisms here there is an oil spill in the water. There are certain microorganisms like these which are eating that oil and they're growing. ठीक है? And उल्टा क्या हो रहा है, हमारा जो एनवायरनमेंट है वो क्लीन हो रहा है ना, माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स ये खा जा रहे हैं, ये ऑयल को खा जाते हैं, एंड what happens, your that leak or the spill of oil which was there is clear now. So these microorganisms are useful for cleaning the oceans or lakes as well from the oil spill, because they are eating oil, they are using oil for their growth. Okay, so this is a very interesting thing that you should know of. Farm waste, human urine and feces, wet garbage, etc. is collected and used in biogas plants to produce biogas and fertilizers. And there are empty spaces which are used. बहुत बड़ी बड़ी जगहें होती है जहाँ पर ये बायोगैसेस और फर्टिलाइजर्स बनाए जाते हैं. यू कैन मेक इट इन योर फार्म हाउस ऑल्सो. अगर हमारे घर गाँव में कोई घर है तो वहाँ पर अगर जगह है, बिकॉज यहाँ पर मुंबई में तो ऐसी जगह है ही नहीं जहाँ पर हम लोग ये बना सकते हैं. ठीक है, इतने छोटे छोटे से घर होते हैं हमारे, और हमारे घर के आसपास में इतनी जगह नहीं होती कि दैट यू कैन डू दिस, बट इफ यू हैव अ स्पेस यू कैन एक्चुअली डू दिस. ओके, सो जो भी वेस्ट हमारे घर से, बायोडिग्रेडेबल वेस्ट, ठीक है, प्लास्टिक वगैरह की बात नहीं हो रही है, जो घर का खाना निकलता है, ह्यूमन फेसेस है, यूरिन है, वेट गार्बेज है, दिस इज ऑल कलेक्टेड इन द spit. There is a layer of dried leaves and soil which is poured one by one, okay, over it, and after a few days it gives out a gas, okay, methane gas, which is used as a biogas. जहाँ पर वो कहाँ से आ रहा है ये गैस, नेचुरली डिग्रेड हुई हुई चीजों में से आ रहा है, इसीलिए उसे बायोगैस कहते हैं. और वो जो नीचे जो भी कचरा डाला गया था वो सॉइल के साथ में मिक्स हो जाता है, तो वो एक फर्टिलाइजर बन जाता है, विच इज वेरी गुड फॉर द प्लांट्स. ठीक है, सो दिस वे जो अ, कचरा है वो भी गंदगी नहीं फैला रहा है, उससे भी यूज हो रहा है, उससे भी गैस बन रहा है, फर्टिलाइजर बन रहा है. एंड हु इज हेल्पिंग टू डू ऑल दिस? All the microbes which are there present in the garbage in the soil are helping to decompose it and make this gas and fertilizer. So microorganisms which are useful in making curd and bread. Medicinal use of microorganism is also there. increasing soil fertility. I've explained you that. It helps in cleaning the environment by making decomposing the organism, dead and decaying animals which are there. Soil fertility increase करते हैं. ठीक है, they help in preparation of vaccines, like nowadays we talked about COVID-19 vaccines, and there are various vaccines like when you are born, that time various vaccines are given, polio drops are given. These are all essential things which are made with the help of microorganisms only. Commercial production of alcohol and wine are also a few examples of useful microorganisms. Bacteria and fungi cause dead organisms to decay to form natural fertilizers. Some bacteria can be used to make cheese, and bacteria, fungi are used to produce antibiotics as well. Pathogens. Disease producing microorganisms. Pathogens may be present in water bodies contaminated with sewage and dirt from the surroundings, in food left uncovered in unhygienic conditions with houseflies sitting on it, etc. If such contaminated food or water is consumed, अगर हम लोग यही कचरा गंदगी वाला खाना या पानी पीते हैं, we may fall ill with the disease or the alimentary canal like amoebas, typhoid, cholera, hepatitis, gastro, etc. Pathogens are released in the air when a person having an infection of the respiratory tract sneezes or coughs. तो अगर ऐसा इंसान जिसको ऑलरेडी ये बीमारी है, ये अगर छींकता है या खांसता है पब्लिक में, तो those people who are there, healthy person can get affected with such a pathogen on breathing in the same air and contracts diseases like common cold, cough, diphtheria, pneumonia, tuberculosis, and nowadays even COVID-19. ठीक है, so pathogens are present everywhere. These pathogens are the disease causing microorganisms which can have various harmful effects inside your body, can cause various diseases to us also and the people living around us. One very simple example of such disease causing bacteria are mosquitoes. Now mosquito is not a bacteria, mosquito is an insect, but the mosquito has what does it eat? They take in the blood from a person's body. Suppose if that person is suffering from a bacterial infection, that is malaria, okay, or dengue. So what happens is when they take in that blood, that bacteria enters into their body. ठीक है, अब ये बैक्टीरिया इसे नहीं इन्फेक्ट करता, किसे, मस्किटो को नहीं इफेक्ट करता, बट ये जब दूसरे आदमी को काटेगा, when they go and bite and sit on to the other persons and try to take in their blood, what will happen now is वो जो already present bacteria है उनके अंदर, it goes and mix into the healthy person's body, okay, and that person also gets affected because of that bacteria and they get that particular disease. So mosquitoes replaces in places like heaps of garbage, stagnant water, drains, etc. Microbes that cause disease like malaria, dengue, elephantiasis, yellow fever, chikungunya, Zika fever, etc. gain entry into the human body through the bite of a female mosquito. Now here it is mentioned only dirty places, but some mosquitoes they also live in clean water as well. ठीक है, तो इसीलिए किसी भी तरीके का पानी, साफ हो गंदा हो, हमारे घर के आसपास जमा होना नहीं चाहिए, because these are places for the microbes, the mosquitoes to breed and they cause diseases. Now, as I told you that fever आना अच्छा है. Now why did I tell you that fever आना अच्छा है? Because when you have fever, you come to know that your body is fighting against something. इसीलिए हमारी बॉडी का टेम्परेचर बढ़ गया है. ठीक है, now this is a very interesting thing. What exactly happens when we have fever? The body temperature of a healthy human being is about 37 degrees Celsius. If microorganisms enter our body, our immune system starts acting and the body temperature rises. ठीक है, तो बैक्टीरिया अगर कुछ हमारे माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स एंटर होते हैं हमारी बॉडी में, तो हमारे जो बॉडी के सेल्स होते हैं, ब्लड सेल्स, वाइट ब्लड सेल्स स्पेसिफिकली, they become active and they start to fight against them. This destroys the microorganisms. The site of an injury also feels warm of this for the same reason. अगर सपोज कहीं मार लग गई है, तो इफ़ यू फील दैट टेम्परेचर, इफ दैट पर्टिकुलर रीजन, अगर आप लोग टच करके देखोगे और वही दूसरा अगर घुटने पे लगा है, इफ यू हैव गॉट हर्ट ऑन योर नी on your left knee. And if you try to touch your right knee and see the temperature difference, you will find that where you have got wound on the left side, it will be warmer. Why? बिकॉज वहां पर कुछ एक्शन हो रहा है, हमारी बॉडी वहां पर कुछ एक्शन कर रही है हील करने में, हमारी बॉडी को हील करने के लिए, ठीक है, इसीलिए वो टेम्परेचर राइज होता है। और सेम थिंग अगर कोई बड़ी माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म जो हमारी बॉडी के लिए हार्मफुल है ज्यादा, लाइक मलेरिया है, डेंगू है, तो जब वहां पर फाइट, लाइक इट्स लाइक एन आर्मी इन योर बॉडी, दे आर फाइटिंग अगेंस्ट द एनिमी, द बैक्टीरियाज, और उसकी वजह से टेम्परेचर हमारा हाई हो जाता है, ठीक है। सो I hope you have understood now why do you have fever. What exactly happens when you have a fever? Now what happens if the clothes remain damp in the rainy season? अगर कोई कपड़ा गीला रह जाता है तो क्या होता है, उसके ऊपर काले काले धब्बे हो जाते हैं ना। What are the black or white spots sometimes seen on the gunny bags? Why are leather articles like purse, wallets, belts, footwear always polished before storing away? What is the powdery material found on old currency notes or old rubber or paper? Now, all the mentions, a material mentioned above, that is gunny bags, cotton clothes, paper, rubber, etc., are plant products, and leather is an animal product. In a humid atmosphere, fungi and some other microorganisms grow on these articles and spoil or damage them. And that is why you see these fungus, that is the white color and the black color things that you see, these are nothing but fungus which are growing on these materials. Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Almost 80% of all diseases occur due to uncleanliness. अगर गंदगी होगी तो बीमारियां होंगी ही. So keeping our environment and surrounding clean, avoiding litter and disposing garbage properly, avoiding defecation in the open are some easy ways to stop the spread of diseases. The Swachh Bharat Abhiyan is a national movement started several years ago to increase awareness about public hygiene along with habits of personal hygiene. So you should participate in this movement by starting a cleanliness drive in our school and neighborhood. So you should see to it that whenever you are in your school or anywhere, okay, this surrounding, this environment is our environment. We have learned in fifth standard our environment. So when we talk about our environment, it is our responsibility to keep it clean and neat. तो अगर सब साफ सुथरा रहेगा तो हमारे लिए बीमारी नहीं हो सकती ना। हमें बीमारी कैसे होगी, अगर कुछ चीज़ गंदा है तो वहाँ पर इंसेक्ट्स होंगे, वहाँ पर माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स पैदा होंगे, उससे हम लोगों को डिजीजेस होगा. सो दैट इज द रीजन यू शुड कीप योर थिंग्स एंड योर सराउंडिंग्स क्लीन. Some microorganisms that enter the body can cause illnesses. Eating food contaminated with microorganisms can cause food poisoning. Bacteria can action the food remains between the teeth. This produces acid which causes tooth decay. Food turns bad because of bacteria and fungi. There are some microorganisms which are harmful and disease causing. Some diseases are easily spread from one person to another. They are called contagious disease. Example is influenza, measles, mumps and chickenpox. How do microorganisms spread from one person to the other? Through food and drink, sneezing or coughing, direct contact अगर directly हाथ लगाते हैं अगर कुछ बीमारी है ऐसी तो, carried by mosquitoes and flies, like that is of insects. Microorganisms can also spread through the air. How do you prevent disease from spreading? You should often wash your hands before handling food, especially after using the toilet. You should eat fresh and properly covered food, drink boiled water, hold a handkerchief over your mouth and nose when you cough or sneeze. You should not allow garbage and water to accumulate around your house. You should drink water that has been boiled because boiling kills microorganisms. Cover your mouth when coughing or sneezing to prevent microorganisms from spreading into the air. Do not share personal items such as toothbrush, towels and combs because these are a few things which can easily spread the disease if you have. अगर हम लोगों को कुछ चीज़ें ऐसी होती है हम लोगों को पता नहीं होता है कि we are already having that particular disease or microorganisms are there in your body. If you are using these personal items, this could lead to spread of disease as well. So I hope with this part of the chapter is quite clear to all of you. In the next coming period, we'll be learning something new and interesting. Till then, thank you.
If you like the session, please do not forget to subscribe to our channel so that you can share and view the videos that we had today for you. And please do not forget to hit the bell icon so that you remain updated with all the latest videos that we'll be making for our dear students. This session was quite useful to you. In the next coming period, we'll learn something new and interesting. Till then, thank you.